Okay, so today we're going to talk about background remover and green screen, how to change background on Capcut. So select our Capcut app, select the video we're going to edit this, and yes, we have our video. So now background remover, right, is a tool on Capcut where you can use to change the background of your video if maybe you don't like the background of your video or you want to use a different background. You can actually make use of the background removal tool on Capcut. And if peradventure you shot a video and probably the background or a specific area of your video is green and you want to change that specific area in your video that is green and replace it with probably another video, another background or something else, you can get to do that. So in order to change the background of my video, first I'm just going to select a small portion that we can work with, right? And I'll duplicate it so we can tell the difference, right? So these two videos are the same. So for this one, I'll select it and in my toolbar, I'll go to remove BG, right? Remove BG. When I click on it, if you have the Pro version, you click on auto remover, it automatically removes the background of your video for you. You just wait till it's finished loading and you click good. But for those who might not have the Pro version of Capcut, you want to use the custom remover key, right? You can click on the custom remover key and then you trace. So what you're going to do first, you're going to select your brush, then you reduce the size of your brush so you could outline the corners of your video that you want to keep, right? So you slowly just create a line. Most of the time it's always not so smooth, but you try and make it as smooth as possible and just outline your character or the parts you want to keep. Okay, right? So when you first get the main outline, right, the next thing you would want to do after you wait for it to load, the next thing you want to do, you increase the size of the brush and then you fill in the middle, right? So you just increase the size of the brush and just fill this out, right? Know that you are keeping all these parts that we are shading, we're keeping it. The prevention, you probably shaded a part you don't want to, like here you made an error and you want to erase it, right? You can go to the erase feature, right? Click on erase, you just reduce it a bit, then you just slowly erase out the error you made at the corner of the video. Right, you wait for it to apply, and when it's done, you click on brush back and you just go back and continue. Sorry, it's just still on erase. You just go back to brush and just brush and just cover the parts you want to keep. Okay, make sure you're careful as not to go out of the parts you have already outlined. You just want to fill in the parts you want to keep. Okay, so when you're done, you wait for it to load, right? And mind you, with this you can select any object in your video to keep or remove, right? You can decide to just shade here and keep here, shade here and keep here, any part of your video. Then you click on good. You've manually removed the background of your video, right? So now when you're done with that, you can then decide to maybe add another background. So you go back and you go to the main toolbar below. Ensure on your timeline you have the particular video you want to change the background. You click on background. You can choose a color for your background. You can choose the color white, any color of your choice that you want to go with. You can select those color, okay? Or you can select an image, right? let's say for example you want to use an image, you can also decide to like, oh, let's say you want a different image. Capcut has a library of various image you can get to choose from, or you can actually download an image yourself either on Google or on Pinterest, maybe for a room background or anything of your choice, or you can select from the Capcut library. Okay, so I'm just going to go to Pinterest and select a video on Pinterest, right? So when I go, I'm just going to search room background, right? Just going to select room background and just go with whichever one matches my video, right? You're going to actually save this. I'm just screenshotting to just save time, right? So when I am done with that, I come back here and I just click on add image, this one here. When I click on it, just click on the image and just wait for it to automatically apply, and then I just click on good, right? So here I have used, you can see the difference. This is the original background, this is the image background, right? This is the image background. You can also choose to, maybe if you want a blurry, a blurry background, right? But in order to get a more blurry background, because you can see it's not really being applied, right? After you, for example, you duplicate your image and you make it, and you then make it an overlay, then you align it with the initial image, right? Because they're both the same, we just duplicated them. So you take this main image out of the screen, you go to your background, click on blur, and you select how blur you want your background to be. Okay, so that is for that. So now we're going to talk about green screen and how they work. So we're going to go to our Capcut library and look for a green screen sample to use. So let's say I want to use this green screen sample, right? And we're going to select probably this, right? Going to select this, then add. So I'm going to delete this overlay. So I have this video, right? And I want, first of all, I'm going to make it on landscape mode. Okay, better. So we can focus on it. So I want the background of this person to be the image I selected. So in order to, so first of all, I have to remove this green background that is here in order for me to change the background, which is using the which is under green screen, and we're going to do that by using the chroma key tool. So we're just going to we're going to select our remove BJ tool, then we'll go to chroma key. Then we'll select the chroma key. Here you see color picker, right? So basically you're going to drag this thing on your screen. You're going to drag it and place it on the green color here. So when you do that, right, you can then select, my apologies. Okay. I think I need to do this on a more plain image because the background of the first video is affecting this one. Okay, so better. So we select, we'll go to remove BG, go to chroma key, then we take our color picker to the color we want to remove. Perfect. So this is what we have. So here you can control the intensity, that is how much intense do you want the background remover to be. Okay, right? You can reset and just use the original one, or you can make it 30 depending on how intense you want it to be, right? right? Just click good. So after you do this, you go to your background, right? And you can select an image or whichever one you want to work with, right? So I selected an image and I click good, right? So I have the image on my background. If I feel, oh, I'm not satisfied with the amount of green color that left, you can click on it, go back to remove BG, go back to chroma key, and then increase the intensity till I'm fully satisfied, right? I think I'm satisfied with this. I'm just going to click good, right? So when I watch, this is what I'm going to have, right? So this is how you use the chroma key effects and how you do the background effects, okay? And when you're doing the background effects, right, you can actually get to put things behind you. For example, let's see, for this video, I am editing this video and I want to probably at this point of the video, I want to put a text behind the video. I'm first of all going to duplicate the part that I want to put the text behind the video. I would remove the background of the duplicated text, right? Then I will make the duplicated text an overlay. Then I'll drag it to the front, okay? So you might not necessarily notice anything yet because it's obviously the same clip. But now when I go back and I probably add a text and I type in, this is a man, and probably just select a thick font, select a color. Let me use purple, select a color, put good, just, drag it to the beginning where I want it to be. So I can increase the size of the font. Let's say I want the text to be here, right? I want the text to be there. So I'll select the text and I'll go to what we call layers, right? So layer helps you place your elements where you want it to be. So now I want it to be behind the overlay, right? The overlay is the video we duplicated, removed the background, and placed it under, okay? So I'm going to take the text behind so that it will be behind the overlay and it will look like this, right? So now I have a text behind this person.
We're so used to
right?
tracking
So it looks
all
like the
sorts
text
of
is behind this
metrics.
person, but in order to get this effect, I had to first of all create a duplicate of the original effects. And in the duplicate, I had to remove the background. For this one, if I did not remove the background, for example, let me restore the background. Sorry, not stroke. Let me restore the background. If I restore the background, I cannot see the text, right? So if I remove the background, I can see the text, okay? So you can use remove background in different cases and in different scenarios depending on what you're working with and what you want to do. That's all for background remover and for chroma key.